Good morning, friends. Amy Lewis here. I am just making waffles this morning. Waffles are our choice, and since we were talking about that, I thought I would just pop in to show you a couple of things that I do. So I'm going to grab something from my cupboard. When it comes to making waffles around our house, this is what our Sunday morning, well, it's actually not usually a Sunday morning thing, but it's often a Saturday morning thing. So I thought I'd just show you a couple of my little tricks with my waffle recipe. I have a very basic waffle recipe. I'm not fancy, and this is easy. So I have flour. I'm going to add some baking powder. I'm obviously add about 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Good morning to my flour. And then here's where my big win with waffles. With waffles versus pancakes, you always want to froth your egg whites. So I have 3 cups of flour. So I want to get about 3 eggs. So my recipe is sort of like a 1-1-1 model. So I use 1 cup of flour. Whoopsies, trying to get that egg white out. My eggs are strong today. 1 cup of flour. Oh, I did that totally backwards. Oh, I'm not on my game today. I'll put that all back there. 1 cup of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 egg, 1 cup of milk is give or take what our recipe is. My baking powder is usually a little bit more winged than that, so I have 3 cups of flour. So I did a little bit more baking powder, just fine. You don't taste baking powder, so it's fine to have a little bit more, makes them a little fluffier. But you always want to froth the egg whites when you do waffles, because that's what gives them that nice crisp waffle feeling. Now here's the other thing that I do, because I always feel like waffles and pancakes, I feel like they're a high carb, really like carb dense breakfast. So I do a couple of things. I always add extra egg whites, because that is a great way to get extra protein into them. So I do my 3 eggs just to get my yolks, and then I froth up extra egg whites. I don't even know how much that is, just some, because it's a great source of extra protein. And then I froth my egg whites. So this is my whipped cream maker, which I think there's a post coming about this. So I use this to froth all my egg whites. It's faster than getting out any mixer to do this job, and it does just so great a job. And this is the pink one that is available right now. It's part of our Help with Cancer promotion, so you can purchase this pink one. It's actually on sale for $27. And if you want one of these pink ones, if you want a whipped cream maker after today, I would really recommend that you start a shopping cart, because I think these will sell out. They're on sale, I think, for $27 versus the green ones that are $30. And $1 of this goes to our Help with Cancer campaign. So let's just see how we're frothing. Okay. Once I think that that's good and frothed, because I want nice firm peaks in it, because that's what's going to make it really strong, then I get a spatula. I'm going to stir my flour. And then this is where I make waffles so often, I don't really even measure anything. So I'm going to add about enough milk. It should be about 3 cups, but I'm going to add enough milk. So for those of you who are recipeers, it starts as a 1-1-1 model. Flour, baking powder, egg, milk. But I just sort of eyeball it because I've been doing it for so long. I decide when I have enough. And in my egg yolks. The other thing that I do at this point is I always, again, because I feel like waffles are such a white flour, not a super nutritious breakfast. The extra egg whites help, but then I always add 1 pack of our kale and fiber enrichables. So this is going to turn our waffles green, but each of these enrichables, so you can buy these as just a one-off box. They come with 12 of them in the box. This little package is 2 cups of kale and 8 grams of fiber. So it's going to turn my waffles a little green, but it's not going to change the taste or the texture. And I'm going to feel like I got my kids some good fiber and nutrition in the morning, because let's face it, white flour doesn't really have that much fiber. So I always add one of those. You can see it's still a little stiff, which is why I'm going to add my egg whites. You can see they're nice and frothed. And then I'll get those all stirred in. So the egg whites really add a really nice supplement of extra protein, which I think is important. And my family would be laughing because I always choose a bowl that's too small. But we'll just get this all mixed in. And then I want to show you what else the whipped cream maker does. So we have lots of different things you can use for waffles. We have like a Belgian style waffle maker. So I always make extra, this is the other thing I do. I always make extra waffles, and then I just freeze them because they are better than store-bought waffles, like better than an Eggo, right? They're better for you. And then we've been using our air fryer and reheating them in the air fryer for about, I think they take about 5 minutes in the air fryer. So this is my waffle batter. You can see that it's really nice and fluffy. And then I'm going to put my waffle maker. So this is my large scoop. I made muffins last night. My large scoop is probably in the dishwasher, I would think. I always use the large scoop when I'm scooping waffles because it just gives me a really great idea. So my waffle, and you can use your scoops. I don't know if most people realize this, but your scoops make great pancake scoops too. It was a friend of mine used that in a video recently, and I was like, why did I never think of using our cookie scoops as pancake scoops? So my waffle maker takes half a cup of waffle batter. So that half a cup is 8 tablespoons, and each one of these scoops is 3. So I just give or take that, spread it around. Okay. Mine's one of these double-sided ones, so I'm just gonna get in, and then I'll show you the whipped cream maker. All right. And I'm a habitual, like, overflow the waffle maker kind of gal. Give me some love if that's you too. You know, because life, right? Love the flour in that one. Okay, so now that the waffles are cooking, of course, every waffle needs some whipped cream. So I pull out the other whipped cream maker. I've got a little bit of icing sugar. So this is usually a tablespoon of icing sugar. Icing sugar is gone hard. That's very unusual. A tablespoon of icing sugar. Now, around here we actually like chocolate whipped cream. So then I'll add a tablespoon of cocoa powder. And then I will fill, and I didn't show you this with the egg whites, but you always want to fill just to the fill line. It's kind of this line right here, either with egg whites or with whipping cream. So I'm just going to fill that whipping cream to the fill line. And then just like I did with the eggs, I'm just going to make whipped cream. So this takes about 30 seconds, and we are going to have nice and frothed whipped cream. So again, just like the egg whites, I'm not likely going to get out my mixer to make this much whipped cream. And the nice thing is with this much whipped cream, this is what we'll eat for breakfast. We might have a little bit left that goes in the fridge for tomorrow's waffles. I don't know if you can see. Can you see how stiff that is already? That literally is how quickly this thing makes whipped cream. And you can also make butter. So here's the trick. If you want to make whipped cream, your whipped cream needs to be cold straight out of the fridge. If you want to make butter, it takes a little bit more whipping, but your whipping cream needs to be hard. It needs to be warm. So you need to, so look at that. Fresh whipped cream. Now if there is any left, we just take off this little non-skid base that's on the bottom, and it acts as the lid for the fridge. So this is good to go. So I wanted to just pop in and show all of those. And of course I've got my wine tumbler with coffee this morning. Always coffee. That's what we love our coffee in, because it stays nice and hot, just like it keeps your wine nice and cold. So I wanted to pop in and show you all those things this morning as I was making waffles. Have a great Sunday, everybody. We'll talk to you later.